everyone, welcome to our channel once again. And today again we are here with a new episode, with a new topic with Dr. Anil. And welcome Dr. Anil for coming to our channel.
Thank you so much. It was pleasure and it is pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. Today I'm bringing again a very sensitive topic which has become so common, and lot of people are suffering, whether you see in West or any country really. Lot of people are suffering from stress, depression, even the young people, even teenagers, they say that, oh, we are stressed or we are depressed. I want to understand how this all thing starts, where the stress starts, where the depression starts.
Well, again, it's a very wide subject and affects a lot of people.
Yes.
In their day-to-day life. Some people are depressed sometime and then they come out of it, and again they find themselves in the same situation.
Yes.
So it's kind of a thing, it's a part of life that we grow from the childhood, and we get conditioned.
Right.
Now, every person who's born and living and starts to go through the school, college, with parents, friends, and families, there's a lot of conditioning going on.
Right.
A lot of conditioning. And it's different for everyone.
Because of their circumstances, family environment, their upbringing, yes, definitely.
Right. There are certain things you can relate to a group of people or other, but there is a lot of conditioning
definitely
going on. And in that conditioning, mind comes into play, and how mind reacts to what they come across during their day-to-day.
Different situations, different events.
So sometimes you start to worry.
Yes.
Worry about things, which is common, which is like you can let go of these and then they will not bother you.
Right.
And then if you keep worrying about the same thing,
right,
it leads on to maybe frustration or anxious situation or something which is like defines you as a person when you were a child, that, oh, he is going to respond this way.
It is kind of becomes their identity.
Sort of labeling them or getting there to be identifying them with their expression of this reaction to day-to-day activity.
Right. So you are saying that although stress, and when people get clinically diagnosed as depressed, it starts with very simple worry. It can be worry for your work, for your career, for your children, for your anything around you, which can be resolved maybe at an early stage, rather than worry becoming an anxious behavior or frustration. Okay.
Right, and it can be related in a different way for the kids growing up.
Yes.
That they expect something from their parents or expect something from their environment, and they are not getting it. So they are building some sort of worries or frustration and just keeping them inside and are unable to express at that time.
Right.
And as they grow, they get more the same thing.
Yeah.
And
so
then we label them as
up.
then we label them as one aspect of it.
Right.
So it's really very vast subject to get a hold of it in a short time.
No, definitely.
But all these worries, anxieties, conditioning of the mind, your frustrations, they all lead to something.
Absolutely. And with the stress and depression, people get a lot of chronic physical health conditions also. But this was not there 50, 60 years back. yes, people, I'm not saying that it was not there at all, but the percentage of number who are getting affected by these things are more. Is it something to do with, of course, as you mentioned, the environment conditioning, but the technology? What could be the other factors which are leading to the increase of these, or it is just on an individual person that they are not opening up, as you mentioned, they are keeping the things to themselves? What could be different reasons for that?
Well, different reasons could be society making more diagnosis on this type,
Right.
or
Okay.
making decision for those people that you are the depressed person now.
Right.
You should take this medication and do this and that. So that is not the point here.
That's not the
Because
point, yes.
for an individual person to get out of this situation,
Yeah.
it's not important whether thousands people are behaving the same
Right,
way
right.
or two people are behaving the same way, because
Yes.
it's a trouble for that person.
Mm.
And the guidance he's needing is only for himself.
For himself, absolutely.
So let's say there is one person who is depressed.
Mm.
Then that person is needing some sort of help
Yes.
to get out of that situation. Again, we discuss in a lot of different episodes that you need to give yourself some time
Right.
to
So,
contemplate and see how your life is going on.
yeah, so it's again in the hand of the individual person to
Yes.
help himself or herself to come
Yes.
out of, maybe it's much better if they come out at the very, or address the issues at a very early stage.
It doesn't really matter which stage
Okay.
you lift yourself up.
Okay.
Because the moment you recognize that you need
Agreed.
to get out of it,
Yeah.
you will be able to get out.
Yeah. No, this is very, very interesting. Like as you mentioned, that it can be at any stage, whether they want to address it at an early stage, or even if it has become stage of frustration or stress. But the more important thing is they need to recognize it, that they are having some condition that they need to address. They have to take responsibility of it.
And they have to make a decision that they want to get better.
Right.
So these things are not to be made by an outside identity. It has to be made by the person.
Yes.
So let's say one person is labeled as that.
Yeah.
You are at home and now you know, okay, the physicians have labeled me as a depressive person.
Right. So what
So-
practical tips you can give so that the person can help himself to come out of that?
Again, it's very, very important, because all this is happening is at your own mental, emotional and physical level. So,
Right.
So if you think anything is happening to you or has happened already, it is you who can take care of it.
Right. Yeah.
Whether it is at a physical, mental or emotional level.
Right.
Let's say we work on the emotion side of it, because
Yes.
depression is mainly involved with more emotionally disturbing expression of life.
Right.
So at that time now, you still have to take some time for yourself.
So take
Whatever
out time. Yeah.
you think is important, without beating up on you,
Right.
without criticizing what is already happened.
Right.
So without going into the past and always complaining about what did not go wrong, right in the past,
Identify the.
just stop the cycle and sit there and say, okay, I'm going to see if I can get out of this situation.
Right.
So in that respect, you sit down, spend 10-15 minutes, let the thoughts go where they want to go, and then get hold of it in your own self, that I want to understand why my response to certain activities is not same as before.
Right.
So if you work on that, slowly you will see that your own self is guiding you and helping you come out of this situation.
Because it is you, or as an individual is the
Right.
main person who is in that situation, and he can identify where the things went wrong, where the things went right, and what can be done to address that.
But sometimes you're not able to find the answer
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
So in that situation, you have to rearrange all the methods of getting out of a difficult situation and see what works for you.
Right.
At that time, becoming positive may not be the right point to do, but you can still feel good about certain things in the past that
Yeah.
you lived a part of that past life which was good.
Yes.
So instead of going into the past, into the life which was not making you
Troublesome or
happy,
yeah.
go find pieces of it where it makes you happy.
Yeah, I think we touched this part in our other episode as well, that go in the memory lane and identify the good, happy moments, plus mindfulness. So
It's
I think,
very, very
yeah.
powerful once you spend time with that.
Yeah.
And by spending few hours or few days, you will see that your own attitude toward yourself changes
Yes.
without any external help.
No.
Because
I
you
think-
brought in the positivity from the past to help you propel in the present time and make some changes in it.
No, I think you have touched very important points, and these are very simple ways which anyone can do rather than going to the medication route. Rather, they can just help themselves at the early stage, whichever stage
Yeah, I
it is.
think-
Yes, it may take a little longer,
Right.
but sure and short like this will help. I think we need to do one episode definitely on mindfulness, because we have touched it in
Yes.
different episodes,
Yes.
and this is such a powerful thing.
I think in that one we might
Yes.
just only talk about the methods,
Yes.
how you can take care of yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this is not treating yourself.
Yeah, this is
not
exactly.
not coming out of a medical situation.
Yeah.
This is just helping your own self
Yes.
and coming into a happy, good feeling state.
More so we can say that this is more as a lifestyle. Like we just say lifestyle for your
Yes.
eating habits, living style, but this is your thinking habits. So for your,
It's
yes.
really, really important how you
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
and how you use your mind
Yes.
to help you or hurt you.
Hurt you. So your
Because the
mind,
mind
is
is
a
clever.
weapon.
Mind will bring you whatever you want.
Yeah.
So
this
mind
very
is going to
powerful.
get you what you want,
Yes.
but then you have to rephrase what you are asking your mind.
So whatever you ask, mind will be able to bring the data and give it to you.
Universe
That's
is
true.
there to help you,
Absolutely.
and universe is going to bring you whatever you ask.
What you want and what
So
you
it's very hard for people to understand that when you go into a state which you are not happy with, which leads to depression or any chronic illness, it will be very hard to accept that you yourself asked for it.
Yes. Oh, so you are saying that even you yourself have led yourself in that situation.
Yes,
Okay, and
because-
you yourself can bring you
Because
out of
when
that.
the universe does anything, it provides you whatever you ask for.
Definitely.
So
definitely.
in that respect, now, if you start changing the way
Yeah.
you ask the universe,
the
for
things
what-
will change.
Yes, things will definitely
Yeah.
change. There is no doubt about that.
No, definitely. Thank you so much for joining with us on this such an important and sensitive topic, which a lot of people are suffering with. And I'm sure we will be chatting with you in the coming sessions for many more topics. So thank you so much.
You are welcome.